runs out for a duck. And Nepal in early trouble at 15 for 2.
And this over, provided that he doesn't concede a boundary or a 6, could be the most economical over of this edition of the Hong Kong Sixes. Vivek Yadav, you got a task at hand. 4 dot balls and a single of the third.
Well, if you're going to bowl first, you want starts like this. You don't want to be chasing big totals. That is the perfect Yorker.
They're going to run a second there. Well, the non-striker refuses. And we've seen it all. The most economical over now in 2024 of the Hong Kong Sixes. Just 2 off it, 16 off 2. $16 for 2. We've had a sensational over from sensational Sanchit. Not only does he play for UAE, so does his sister. It's a family of UAE cricketers that takes the...
Well, dare I say it, a much needed outside edge. Will take him any way they can get him at the moment.
Well, Asif has come in, and the first 2 deliveries, he's not very happy. He should start by... to go for that modified sweep. Hoggy, what is it with bowlers? Even if it doesn't come out right from your hands, you're just angry. You got your hands on your hips.
Never get angry. You just use body language. If you bowl a bad word, if you bowl a bad ball, it's just act as though you did it deliberately, setting the batsman up for the next one. And that's why Shane Warne was the best in the business.
Yeah, the master. Warney, the king, Mr. Hollywood. 26 for 2, and they're trying to get those big shots. Well, only 1-6. We are into the third over, but those are the next 3. The end of 3, 33 for 2, Nepal. Take a look at the last few deliveries, like the last 10. That second over from Sanchit was just tremendous. Last over yielding 17. 33 for 2. UAE should be happy with the way things have gone.
They will be. Nepal just a little disappointed with the way they're batting. Zahor Khan coming in right now. Can he continue the pressure from the UAE?
Cracked. Smacked. Beyond the stadium. That's a 6. Consecutive 6s now.
Yeah, missed his length by a long way. Generally, bowler goes to his Yorkers as his stock ball, but that length there, that's not going to be very helpful for the UAE cause, that's for sure.
They need some of these hits. Gotta get to at least 100 to challenge the other team. That's into the gap between the two fielders. That's a boundary. Lokesh is changing gears.
Well, the Nepal batsmen are starting to play cricket shots rather than slogging. I just felt the early overs, especially Bebek, Lokesh and Rashid Khan, were trying to overhit the ball. When they've just gone back to the normal technique, the better technique, they're starting to get value for shots.
Also got a feeling from the last over and even first two deliveries. The bowlers are trying to rush through their overs. It's almost like they want to get this done with.
Well, that's what you've got to do as a bowler. You've got to try and rush the batsman, put them under pressure. It's up to the batsman just to say, hang on, I'm not ready yet, slow it down.
Did you like it, Ryan? When you were playing, a bowler was not really giving you the time to focus on the next delivery?
Bowlers are always playing funny games, but it's always, you just got to give them a bit of lip back every now and again just to put them back in their spot.
He didn't get much behind it, but it's good enough for it to go for 6. His bat turned in his hands. He didn't have that control over that shot.
But just the better weight balance, looking to play and drive straight down the ground rather than play those cross-bat shots and take it through the mid-wicket region. That's why you get away with those mishits.
This is turning out to be an expensive over. 2 sixes, a boundary, 17 off it already. It's going to be a wide.
Well, what will be interesting, the UAE side have used Zahor as the guide to bowl 2 overs quite often so far in this tournament. But with this over not going quite to plan, and of course we've seen one amazing over from Sachet where he bowled 1 over, 1 for 2. Is he the guy to get the second over?
Gotta be. He's a man in form. That's too easy. It was a full toss. It was dipping. And he carves it for a maximum.
This over has just given Nepal a little shining light going into the game. If they can get around 100, 110, it might be just enough against UAE with their bowling attack and the way they field.
Decent end to the over. Still expensive. 25 of it. Nepal, 58 for 2. The end of 4. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today is the final day of the Hong Kong Sixers 2024. And New Zealand and England, along with India and Oman, find themselves in the bowl group. Hong Kong and South Africa, they played a plate semi-final. South Africa will meet the winner of this match. Then you got the 2 semi-finals. Australia taking on Pakistan. And Sri Lanka taking on Bangladesh. It's in the gap. A little stutter from the fielder. He wasn't too sure whether to commit or not. Pay the price. That's a boundary.
Well, if you stutter, second guess yourself, you're never going to get the right result. But Bebek, again, just playing that, or looking to play the perfect straight drive, mistiming it. And with a short boundary, 4 fielders, you're still going to be able to find the boundaries because you're in good position.
Another full toss. You know what happens to full tosses here in Bangkok. They go for a 6 and a big one at that.
Boom. He just cannot bowl there. The Nepalese fan at the ground will be absolutely starting to go off. They feel that this innings is just starting to change. There they are. They're loving their days. The Sri Lankans are loving their days. Everyone's loving their days here at Mongkok.
Dot ball. Tell you what, we're talking about who gets the second over, and Akif Raj has already started his second over. Where does that leave Sanchit, who just conceded 2? No faith, Brad.
No faith. Sanchit's just got to worry about his batting now. Can't bowl another over.
I could just say, if that was in my team and Hoggy, you bowled the first over and I didn't bowl him the second, I wouldn't have had a chance to get up the other end without Hoggy tackling me. Say, mate, what are you doing?
And that's to put it politely. Oh, that's flying over point for another 6. He moves on to 45 of 13. Vivek Yadav.
Well, that's better from Babak. It's had a bit of a shaky start to this innings, but now he's getting in good positions. And Akif just trying to go wider rather than attack the stumps. Just lost the length. And that's just too easy for Babak. That's one of the best shots that we've seen in this tournament.
I tell you what, he's played 22 T20s. This 45 is his highest score across. His highest score in T20s is 39. He's got 45 now. The Sixers game. But India versus Oman is the next game. Indian fans have come here to Hong Kong. Well, they've been disappointed. A little mix-up between the two batters. They get to safety. That's a little run that they managed to steal.
Yeah, talking about Babak there, Ravi Bopara in a press conference for Man of the Match earlier today just said it improves his batting. He said it's actually made me think of other things when we're batting. Babak, this is his highest score. Hopefully he can take that into the T20 game moving forward.
Where's that going? Straight to the fielder. And that will be the end of Lokesh. 19 runs, but he falls on the 10th delivery. 75 for 3.
Well, it's a slow delivery. Again, trying to play the slog rather than a conventional shot. Just got big on him. Lokesh is out. This is not good for Nepal because his partner is just about to retire on 50, 75 for 3.
Pratish, the man with the highest number of wickets in this tournament, walks out. A little mean leg spin. And let's run down to the fielder. Only taken 1. He gets a direct hit. And they're going to steal a second.
Handy that for Nepal because it keeps Babak on strike. Some leg spin in the last over. Needs some sixes. That was the wicket. Back of the hand, slower ball.
That might bring a huge smile on Brad Hog's face. The amount of flight that he got. And that's Robin Uthappa gearing up for India's final game in the Sixes. They are up against Oman. That's match 6. Where's that going? Into the stands. He got the flight right, maybe not so much the length. That's gone.
Well, the ball before was a little flighted and just under the eyes of Babak. No room to get on top of it. But this one, Tadun has darted it in on a good length, and that's just easy pickings on this pitch.
That'll be given away. Now 85, 3 deliveries remaining. To get to 100. It's the simplest thing you need to do. 3 big hits, 18 runs, you're off to 103.
They might get there in wides if this keeps going.
Maybe just 2 sixes and a boundary.
Well, they do need to get to 100 because that triple figure total will put just a little bit of extra pressure on the UAE.
Would this be given a wide because the batsman did move? No, it isn't. Do you reckon that game against Bangladesh, which was a truncated game eventually because of bad light, could be playing on the minds of these UAE cricketers?
Oh, no doubt they would be very disappointed. You know, get to a quarter-final thinking we're playing good cricket, got very dark. They'll go home and always be blaming something instead of going, you know what, maybe we didn't bat as well as we should have in those first couple of overs.
Possibly from playing a tournament semi-final. It's gone for 6. That's a good end for Nepal. They managed to get to 94 of their 6 overs. Vivek remains unbeaten on 49. And the challenge for UAE is to chase down 95 in 6. Vivek Yadav, top scoring with 49. But that over from Sanchit could be the difference maker. He only conceded 2, restricting them to less than 100. Brad?
The bowlers were sensational. Sanchit was brilliant with his 1 for 2. Akif with his 2 overs, getting 2 wickets for 30. Just put too much pressure on Nepal up front, and Nepal just struggled to get a good total on the board.
95 is a target for UAE to win this late semi-final and go into the finals. But Niall O'Brien is standing beside a very special guest.
Yes, I've got a very special guest, Mr. Burji Shroff, who's the chairperson of Cricket Hong Kong China. Burji, great to see you. You look sensational. First of all, from me and all the commentators, thank you very much for this wonderful event. Talk us through this event as opposed to previous editions.
Well, thank you for inviting me. And firstly, I'd like to say that I've been involved in the last 7 consecutive 6s. This is my 8th, and this is by far the best. And I'm sure it's going to get better every single year, every single time.
What about the cricket on display? Because it's been highly entertaining.
Well, we've had a lot of great players out here, and it's proved to be of a very high standard. And we'll continue to try to raise the bar, raise the standard for the next tournament as well. I think full credit to a lot of people, including the Cricket Hong Kong office, who have spent a lot of time ensuring the complete and unconditional success of this great tournament.
And what would be deemed this tournament a success? Tomorrow morning, when you wake up and you reflect, what would deem it a success?
I think, frankly, by the fact that we've actually on Friday sold out completely of all tickets, which is wonderful because Friday's a working day. And even Saturday and Sunday, we've sold out most of our tickets. So the success is the fact that people appreciate the 6s are back. The standard has gone higher. The players have come out here. They like it. The ground is magnificent. And overall, it's just been a great tournament to date.
Finally, before you leave, you want to give the national side who are in South Africa and going off to Uganda a word of good luck ahead of the World Cup qualifying tournament?
Absolutely. We've actually had to fly 3 of our players back here from South Africa. They're now going to be going off elsewhere. And I'm sure they're going to prosper and do very, very well out there. The standard of cricket's improved considerably. We've had more usage of grass wickets and grounds. Again, thanks to the Hong Kong government for supporting us in every way in the MMark Fund to ensuring complete success of this tournament.
Thank you, Burji. Great to talk to you as always.
We'll
see
so
you
much
next year.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks a ton to Mr. Burji Shroff for bringing one of the most iconic tournaments back for cricket fans. But India taking on Oman, match 6 in the bowl group. And India looking for that elusive win. Let's go down for the toss between the two sides.
Toss time here. India, the home side. Robbie Uthappa alongside me. Vinayak Shukla, who's having a cracking tournament. Captain of Oman. And as always, the match referee, Mr. Gandhi. Pass it to Robbie. Give her your best flick. Oh, no. We will do that one again. Flick it again. Tails is the call. You're going to bat? Why?
Well, we've tried it all, so we'll give this a go.
And you've tried everything. You've batted, you've bowled, you've kept. Are you having a good time?
Well, I wouldn't say a good time on the field besides batting, but we're hoping to get one over the line. And, you know, we knew that our bowling was very weak coming in this tournament, but, you know, we want to just... It hurts when you don't win games. It's quite embarrassing, to be very honest. So we want to get one over the line at least.
So we can expect a big performance from Team India today.
Well, we'll give it that all for sure.
Good man, stay there. You've got to bowl first. Now, I want to ask you, a chance to play against India. You're from Uttar Pradesh initially. How exciting is it for you to play against India?
Yeah, it's always exciting to play against this kind of player whom you've grown up watching on the television. So it's a great opportunity for me and my team to play against such an experienced team and get something from it.
Any nerves?
Not much, but yeah, we are nervous a bit because we have seen him playing on the television, so now it's our time to play against them. But I don't think it will be nervous for a longer period of time.
Any changes to your team?
Oh, no.
Enjoy it. India have won the toss. Robbie, we've done a bit of everything. What are we going to do? We'll bat.
Well, it's very rare to see an entire tournament without India winning a single game. And gentlemen, you see what's happening there. Robin Uthappa has decided enough of the bowling. I'm going to go back to wicket keeping after what we've just seen. At Bharat Chipli and Kedar Jadhav there. They'll be the contributors with the bat and ball.
I've never seen Robin Uthappa bowl in the nets while I was out KKR, so I'm surprised that I'm seeing him bowl here. Khalid Shah is opening the batting. And Pratesh opening the bowling for Nepal. He has been sensational. He's been the pick of the bowlers in this tournament.
Yeah, the leading wicket taker gets set to bowl the first delivery. 95 is the target for UAE. That's a terrific shot to get up the mark. What a start for UAE.
Nice shot, used the pace, just run it down to third man, easy as you like. But he is a very good prospect for Nepal, this young boy. I know you're a big fan of him, Brad Hogg.
Very big fan, just slightly got that wrong. But one thing I liked about his batting there is he just glided that to the open vacant space behind point, whereas the Nepal batsmen were trying to hoik that type of delivery over the leg side. All of a sudden, UAE have got Pratesh on the back foot.
Yeah, they scamper for a single. The wicketkeeper is giving it a chase, but it's got a runaway. The bowler and the keeper are running behind the ball. It had enough to get to the boundary.
Well, I wonder if this is going to bring about a field change, because currently there's 3 fielders on the leg side for Nepal and just one on the offside who's quite straight at mid-off. So maybe with this pace that Pratesh has, that they can square that man on the offside and put him in more of a point region.
There's only one fielder on the offside, ain't it, Brian?
Yeah, they've just moved the mid-off out to that point region, as Ryan was just saying, and that's why Ryan was a good leader. He reads the game.
He's the current coach of Durham. He's done it all. 8 for no loss. 2 boundaries of the first 2 deliveries. Well, they try to steal another single.
But just the change in the field has made a change in Assis' approach, and you just saw him there just practicing where he's going to hit the ball. But this is Pratish's 3 wickets against Australia. Sensational bowling. This was an absolute beauty to get the captain out, Dan Christian. And watch out for the next one. Alex Ross, the Yorker. Normally the sweepoler just sweeps that, but didn't want to take on the quickness of Pratesh.
And he took 3 against Australia. He's got the most wickets in this tournament. 6 in total. But he gets a 6 off the bat of Asif. 14 UAE chasing 95.
A magnificent shot. Got the length wrong. We've seen that all tournament. You bowl step hit here, it is going to end up on the wrong side of the rope for a bowler.
Just had to be that the 506 of the tournament was off the bowler who's taken the most wickets. Ladies and gentlemen, 506s in a span of 3 days.
Wherever there's chocolates, there's always boiled lollies as well.
That's 3,000 runs of just sixes. Also maybe 500 balls that were lost. That's gone again. It's Brian Lara's high score in first class cricket, 501. That's the number of sixes we've seen over 3 days. 20 for no loss, 2 sixes back to back.
Asif just can hit the ball so hard. Not a lot of elevation on that one. Smashes into our 10th. Looking after all our support staff. Dangerous start for Nepal.
Final delivery for Pratish. This over, he's already given away 20 runs. Did have that one dot delivery. He finished strong now. No, he won't. That's as straight as it can be. Third consecutive six. What a start for the captain and UAE. 26 for no loss at the end of the first over. This has been a dream start for UAE. They managed to restrict Nepal to a less than 100. And 26 already in the first over. Khalid gets set to take strike. And it's Rashid Khan. This one's a fast bowler. Ain't a spinner. This one is from Nepal.
Nepal just a little nervous. But Rashid Khan just making sure he's got the field where he wants it.
That's got to point. Brings back Asif. And we did manage to catch up with Asif ahead of this tournament.
इसमें तो ये जो इन्होंने चेंजिंग किया है, पहले मेरे ख्याल 33 रन पे प्लेयर डिक्लेयर हो जाता, तो अभी इन्होंने उसको थोड़ा अबव किया, 50 पे जाकर डिक्लेयर. तो ये थोड़ा सा एक्साइटेड है क्योंकि हम तो दुबई में ज्यादा T10 और T20 ही खेलते हैं, तो ये फॉर्मेट जो है हमें सूट करता है.
It's just pertinent, right? They play a lot of T10, they play a lot of T20, and you crunch it down to 6 overs. This suits them a lot. And Asif is having a ball right now. He's got 26 rad. UAE need this win. They want to get into that final of the plates.
Well, both teams do. Asif Khan, 26 so far, 3 sixes. He's only faced 7 balls. Absolutely dominating Nepal, but he dominated the best bowler of the tournament in Pratesh.
Yeah, well, come back to Asif, and that's once again just falls short of the fielder. This has been a good over. Only 2 coming off it, but that was the first over. And boy, was Asif absolutely smashing it.
The thing I like about the batting in that over was that he just used the ball going across him, accessing that offside through the backward point where there are no fielders with 2 conventional shots, And when they changed the field, he changed his approach as well.
Well, Asif won the ILT20 title with MI Emirates this year. He's also got the record for the 5th fastest ODI 100 of all time, of 41 deliveries. And whom did it come against? Nepal.
Now, I'm going to put you to the test. Have a look at Asif's backlift. Who does it remind you of?
Misbah ul Haq from Pakistan. There's that very languid rocking back. And they got 29. What a terrific over this has been from Rashid. 3 runs coming off it. Sanchit had 2 runs conceded off his 1 over, and that is well adjusted. Goes down to 3rd for another boundary.
Good batting, struggling to find the boundaries. UAE 33 for naught.
For the Indian fans, the news from Hong Kong is that Robin Uthappa has won the toss. He's going to be the wicket-keeper. He's not bowling, and India are going to bat first. The final game of this tournament. They've been winless. We're looking for that first win on Lokesh Bahadur. 7 coming off that last over after what was just a belligerent start from Asif Khan. He's got him between the legs.
Good start. Good start. Just starting to drag back in after that first over. Nepal dragging this game back towards their way.
Too many dot deliveries, especially in that previous over. They're taking the pace off the ball, Hoggy. And they're making the batters struggle.
It's just been good bowling too. They're varying their lengths and just backing that variety to try and bamboozle the UAE batsmen. Taking a little bit of a risk. They have to take that risk, really, to try and get themselves back into the game.
Remember, this is day 3 of this tournament. You had few pitches. That's another dot delivery.
Just noticing with Asif, even against Rashid Khan the over before, he was trying to overhit it. He was trying to slog, not bat like he was in the first over, where he's just batting beautifully, conventional cricket shots. Get back to your conventional cricket shots, Asif, and there it is. You play properly, you get value.
Well, when the ball doesn't pitch, it's out of the ground. 6 number 503. And Asif Khan moves on to 37 of just his 12 deliveries. That's the 4th 6 to go alongside those 3 boundaries that he has hit. That's not a great ball. And Asif Khan once again is brutal. He's dealing in 6s.
Yeah, he is. I'm just going to say, I'm going to suggest he should be bowling over the wicket. He has such a unique swing that you're actually bowling from bowling around the wicket. You're almost serving it straight into where he wants it.
That's gone as well. Close to where the commentary box is. That's 3 6s in succession. 52 for no loss of 3. Now Asif Khan, lucky him, he's on 49. He can just get another 6 and then retire. At UAE currently chasing 95. Need 43 more runs of the 3 overs. And Rashid starts off with a wide. He's already bowled an over.
Good move here by Nepal. You've got your best bowler of the day bowling the second over straight up. While he's fresh, keen, and your team are on the back foot, you've got to make that move.
Robin Uthappa getting a little warm up. And that's another 6. First from the bat of Khalid. He joins his captain in this party.
Excellent shot. Just waiting on the back foot. Short arm jolt. Momentum right in the UAE's way now.
Just to remind everyone, the winner of this game will take on South Africa in the plate final. And the loser goes home. That's a 6.